Hey everybody, and welcome to Recipe Roulette, a cooking show where we
choose a recipe book, open to a page at random, and make what it says. So today we got orange, mango, and lime juice. And this is perfect if you're in a chilly land in February and need to bring a little warmth into your soul.
Because, you're in a chilly land, you can't really bring it into the body.
Yeah. So this recipe comes from the Innocent Smoothie recipe book, which is 57.5 recipes from their kitchen to yours via our kitchen.
Wait, 57.5 recipes?
Yeah, I don't get how that works either.
Okay, we need to actually sit down and read this one. Find that out.
Seems like an interesting cookbook.
Yeah, it does.
It was, I found it at a little free library, just a few blocks from here.
Free libraries. They're so great. If you don't have one in your neighborhood, you should think about starting one.
Okay, let's look at our ingredients.
Alright, ingredients!
So for this recipe, the ingredients listed was for 1 serving. There's 2 of us, so I'm going to double it for 2 servings. So I'm going to use half of this delicious mango, 6 oranges, and a wedge of this lime. And yeah, that's really all you need.
Alright, so basically juicing the oranges. Don't need to juice that, and we don't need to juice that, but we do need to cut our lime wedges. So basically I'm going to start, you want to cut from top to bottom. Try to get my hand out of the shot. Cut down like that. See, that way you've got the, I don't know what that's called, but the center, like vein, is all going the same way. Then just line your knife up over that. There you go, lime wedges. Go again. Wow, 2 lime wedges. We'll need 1 for each drink.
So limes. The book says never throw a lime at your brother because it might hurt him.
Okay, now I want to throw a lime at my brother. Okay?
Just saying what the book said.
Well, you don't tell boys that. You tell them not to do something, they're gonna do something. This is the difference between, like, you grew up with all girls, I grew up with all boys. Girls like, oh yeah, that's a smart thing, I shouldn't do that. Boys are like, wait, you just handed me a weapon and said don't throw this at my brother, it might hurt him? Okay, wait for mom's back to be turned, and...
Okay, you might have a point. If you have boys, maybe don't show them this video.
Alright, and for cutting the oranges, just cut them the opposite way. That way you're actually breaking through each of the little, what do they call those? Like are they just called orange slices? Orange wedges?
Orange wedge?
Yeah, orange wedge. So that way you're actually cutting through the orange wedges, so when you get ready to juice, you're actually putting all that pressure and busting those cells and getting the juice out. Now, it's kind of funny, like, that we're actually talking about my brother and hucking fruit at him while I'm juicing oranges. Me and Brent, actually, on Sunday mornings, we would always be the ones to cook breakfast. Last couple of years, he was living at the house still. My job was to make the coffee and squeeze the orange juice, only we had like a cool electric juicer. And he'd make like the pancakes, the French toast, and everything else like that. So this juicing and coffee have been were my first kitchen jobs.
That's sweet.
Alright, so I'm going to get these juiced up, and then we'll get the mango and stuff and put everything together. Okay, so work harder, not smarter. We're going to cut the peel off the mango, and then...
Work harder, not smarter.
Work smarter, not harder. We're working harder, not smarter. We gotta flip that around. And peel the mango first, and then we're gonna cut it off the pit instead of trying to like cut it in half. We're not gonna cut this like you'd think, because it's got a pit. You cut it like a peach or an avocado. But this thing is stubborn as heck. So we're just gonna cut it like a pineapple. All right. Cut the peel off. Just shave it off. I know. I would love us to have a bigger kitchen where I could actually have an island and I'd be facing you and you wouldn't just be like seeing my shoulder and my hand in the way. But you know, we gotta work with what we got because the wall to our neighbor's house is right on the other side of my cutting board, where the camera should be.
Oh, hold on a second.
I peeled my mango like it's a freaking potato. Move those peels over there. Now I'll just start cutting pieces of it off. Away from that pit. Get that piece of peel off there. It's not gonna be good eating. Alright, so I'm using about half of this, right?
Yeah, we're gonna use half of the juice and half for when we do our granola yogurt parfait.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roughly chop pieces off of this. And we'll polish it up when we get ready to do the parfait.
So we're gonna make some granola to put in our tropical parfait to go with our tropical juice. So for that you need, of course, oats. You need lots of oats because you don't want just a little bit of granola because it's super good and you're gonna want some for a while. So get lots of oats.
And you might have a fiance that lives in the house that has a cereal obsession and you want to actually be able to have some granola when there is some granola in the house.
This is true. And then you can add whatever kind of nuts you like. We've got almonds. That's not sugar. Almonds. Walnuts. Staple. Raisins. You really need raisins. I mean, are you even making granola if you don't have raisins?
No, you're not.
Got pumpkin seeds. Yes, these were taken from a pumpkin. We did it ourselves.
Didn't we use some of that pumpkin in a past episode? Or maybe that was just supper one night.
We just made supper one night.
Okay.
And then we picked up some hemp seeds one day and tossed that into granola. And I love adding quinoa to granola. It's a nice little crunch. This is red quinoa, so add a little bit of color. And I'm making it tonight with coconut oil. You're going to need some kind of oil, whether I cook with avocado oil a lot. You can use butter, coconut oil, and this also means that we don't need to add a sweetener. If you're not using coconut oil, we recommend maple syrup or honey for sweetener.
Or molasses.
Or molasses, yeah.
Well, it depends on what your sweetener taste is. Laura wanted some coconut flavor, and I know how strong of a good coconut flavor that coconut oil can give you. Instead of adding like some shaved coconut, which we didn't have on hand, we're reaching for the coconut oil.
Yeah. And let's see here.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Again, I don't think you're even making granola if you don't have cinnamon in it.
Oats, cinnamon, raisins. Yeah, you're either going to end up with granola or cookies, which is basically just another way of cooking granola.
Kind of, but not really. But anyways, we've looked at our ingredients. Let's look at the pudding to get this together. So we've melted the coconut oil here in a double boiler because it was a soluble fat, And Fen says that is the easiest way to melt room temperature soluble fats is put it from a glass bottle, put it right into your double boiler, and you get liquid coconut oil. The only thing is, this is a really hot jar now, so be very careful. And we left our spoon in the jar because
wanted to get all the
really
coconut oil to melt off of it.
Yeah, but just the spoon is very hot too. It's actually okay temperature now. It was sitting for a bit. So adding it to my oats. And I'm going to add in some almond slices. My pumpkin seeds. The quinoa. Add those in later. I'm going to add the raisins in later. So I'm going to add in my walnuts now. And I'm going to stir this up, put it into a baking sheet. It's going to go for just about an hour at 300 degrees. Get it as toasty as you like. And the reason why you want to do the raisins later is because if you don't, they will puff up and be really weird. And the hemp seeds, I just like them a little bit less toasted. Okay. So I'm gonna come over here now to I got a casserole dish. I know. Add this in. Spread it out evenly. Add a lot of cinnamon. You can also add nutmeg, ginger, cardamom. I'm not using those because of the coconut. I'm going to go more tropical for our tropical themed breakfast, so just using the cinnamon really. And I've got my other one here. So I get all of that, a lot of my coconut oils down there, along with those quinoa pieces. That stuff behind and spread that out. Cinnamon, toss around, and into the oven.
All right, that's going to go to the oven for 300 degrees for how long?
Just about an hour.
Okay, we'll be back for an hour for us and a few fractions of a second for you.
Oh, our granola is out of the oven, all toasty and golden brown. I'm gonna add my raisins now. And I'm gonna use the whole jar of this because raisins are really good. And I'm gonna add the hemp seeds. These apparently support cardiovascular health, so that's a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Gotta keep your heart healthy.
That's a small outlet. These were pretty expensive, so I'm not going to use the whole jar of that. That should be good.
Just a couple spoonfuls.
Yeah. And I'm going to toss it up. Get it all mixed together so you know you got a little bit of everything in every bowl you serve. Smells so good when I'm stirring it. Can you smell it? The coconut.
Oh yeah, I got a little whiff of it.
So all of our fruit is either juiced or cut up and it's ready for the blender. Look at that gorgeous color in here. There's nothing like fresh squeezed orange juice. Adding my mango pieces. And I'm going to squeeze in the limes. And the other lime. And blend. So we'll save your earbuds.
And yeah, so the juice will be made. The granola's ready. All we gotta do is chop up that little bit of mango we got there.
And a little bit of our pineapple.
I'll save them the cutting process. They've seen enough cutting today. So we'll be back for the first bite.
Sounds good. So here we are for the first bite.
And first sip. Cheers.
Cheers. So much flavor.
Not bad.
So much fruit. You don't like the pulp so much.
A little bit pulpy for my taste, but I'm gonna drink it.
The tropical taste. It's like you're just sitting on the beach. And now we got our tropical granola with our fruit.
Oh, this is good. Alright, before I devour this and finish my juice, well, we need to pick dinner.
We do. So we thought it's a nice night for a barbecue. So we're turning back to the salt block grilling cookbook. Oh, it's a how to. Let's turn one back. So panela on a salt block. That's with a lot of fish stuff.
Alright, let me try.
Pick again.
Yeah, still not a fish man. I'm starting to learn it, like it, but not yet. Not more fish.
You're not gonna like that. Salt seared pig candy.
No.
Seafood. Vegetables and fruit. It's bananas. It's the one fruit I don't like. Alright. Blistered baby peppers with dry harissa?
Can I see?
Yeah.
Dry harissa. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Clean.
In a bag of like the baby peppers.
Yeah, so join us later for some grilling with some nice colorful baby peppers.
Next time, recipe roulette.
Bye everybody.
Peace. Yeah, it's so hard with like me hating fish and you not wanting meat for us to be able to use the barbecue books.
We had to get really creative.
Yeah, we gotta use the creative vetoes.